Chapter 30, Brisbane. Brisbane, the capital of Queensland, greeted me like an old friend. I immediately found a backpacker where I could work for a room. It was a pretty central place and looked quite new. It was tidy and clean and not run down like most city backpackers. The common showers were actually tiled from floor to ceiling, and the stalls had a division between the actual shower and a space to hang your dry clothes. It felt like a spa to me. Some rooms had their own bathroom with shower and toilet. It looked like an ordinary bathroom in an apartment or house. I was in such a room with 5 others. It was sheer heaven. To leave your toothbrush out by the sink and not pack it into your damp wash bag seems like such a minor thing to do, but it felt frivolous and wonderful. The kitchen was a stainless steel industrial dream, and in the common area were butcher block tables, chairs, and the most comfortable sofas. When I moved into the 6-bed dorm, there were still 2 empty beds. One was to be taken by me, the other one stayed empty for only a few more days. So, to start with, there were 2 Irish girls, Nora and Eileen, 1 Indian girl, Pretty, and 1 Australian girl, Jilly, plus me. The 2 Irish girls were working in an Irish pub downtown, the Indian at a hairdresser, and the Australian was about to apply for office jobs. For a few nights a week, Nora and Eileen took me to the pub to bus tables. It was easy earned money, even though I hated the pub. I never drank and could not stand drunken people, especially after what I had just escaped from. But it could not be helped, I needed the work. So between cleaning at the backpackers and bussing tables at the pub, I made a living. Sometimes I met Pretty at the hairdresser when she worked the late shift and helped her clean the salon. She'd invite me for dinner after. My travel adventures seemed so distant then. It was just a life of daily routines, a life so normal it stung, but life nonetheless. After a week or so, we had someone else move into our room to fill the last bed. To our surprise, the backpacker had booked a guy into our all-girls dorm. We weren't delighted about this prospect and hatched a plan to get rid of this person as soon as possible. We really wanted to stay in all-girls dorm. So we took the mattress off the bed and hid it in the cupboard, then spread the sheets over the wooden base before we all went to work. Quite silly, really. When I came back, a handsome Australian fellow lay on his bottom bunk bed, mattress found. He peeked out to see who had entered the room. Oh, Jack, beautiful Jack. I could love this guy, I thought. A few seconds of awkward silence, followed by a broad smile and him jumping out of bed and hitting his head on the top bunk. Hi, I'm Jack from Melbourne. I usually bump my head to impress pretty girls. Did it work? We both laughed hysterically and from then on felt very familiar. Jack from Melbourne. We became companions of some sort. We'd get up and have breakfast together, cook dinner at night, and talk about our days. There were feelings between us. We both knew, but neither of us wanted to explore. I was leaving in a couple of weeks. It was just not worth it. Love is as much a decision as a surprise, and we decided not to. Jack was the typical easygoing Australian male. His plan was to find a job and move into a regular apartment. He was the kind of guy who'd settle, have a girl, create a little family, someone one could be safe with. I had 1 week left before my flight departed from Darwin, and thus far no idea how to get there. Flights from Brisbane to Darwin didn't cost the world, but still cost more than I had managed to save from my odd jobs. I went to the travel agent to find out if there were any last-minute low-cost options. As they typed in my name, they asked, "Did you book a flight from Darwin to Frankfurt?" Of course I did. It turned out I had collected air miles from it. Enough air miles to book a flight from Brisbane to Darwin for free. The day to leave Brisbane came. Jack brought me to the train that was taking me to the airport before heading to his new job. He took my hand as we walked to the platform. "Stay," he said. "I got the job. Let's move into an apartment. Stay." The train was already there. I stepped in. "My visa's running out anyway, Jack. I can't." "Marry me," he said, still holding my hand. I leaned forward, kissed his cheek, pushed him back to the platform, and the train door closed. The train rolled away and took me out of his life. And that was that.